Welcome to the 7-Minute Manifestation Method. I'm Croy Sather, and I'm excited that you're here, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret right off the bat. Whether you're talking about the law of attraction, the law of manifestation, or you're talking about mindset, psychology, success principles, there's one thing they all have in common. One thing that must be mastered, and one thing that must be in alignment for you to achieve the kind of things that you want, for you to attract the kind of things you want, for you to manifest the things that you want. You must be in alignment with who you want to be, the things you want to have, and the things you want to achieve. If you're not in alignment with those things, if you don't have complete faith that you're moving in the direction of who you want to be, the things you want to have, and the kind of lifestyle you want to live, then that's never going to happen until you get into alignment with that person that you want to be, the things you want to have, and the kind of lifestyle you want to live. Let me explain with an example from my life. You probably don't know a whole lot about me. This might even be the first time you're being introduced to me. So I'm going to give you an example of my life that illustrates this point perfectly. I came up with this idea to run across America, yet literally run from California to New York, a marathon a day for 100 consecutive days. And I wasn't a runner at that time. So when I told my friends and my family, they all said, what? You're crazy, it's stupid, or it's impossible. And they were right. It was crazy, it was stupid, it was impossible for them. But it wasn't for me because I was given this inspiration. Inspire means to be in spirit. I was inspired to do this by hearing about another guy who had done it. I was like, wow, that is the most amazing thing I could ever possibly do in my life. I want to do it. But I wasn't a runner. But I had the faith that it could be possible. I had the faith, the unwavering faith, that I would achieve it. And so that's how I moved forward, believing that I was going to succeed no matter what. Nothing was going to get in my way. Nothing was going to stop me. Nothing was going to prevent me from success in my run across America. And so with this faith, with this alignment with who I wanted to be, what I wanted to achieve, and the things I wanted to have, things started unfolding for me in perfect order. Running coaches showed up. People helped me with figuring out my route and the logistics and the making everything happen for this run. But the point is that everybody started falling in place, and all the things I needed started falling in place right away because I had unwavering faith, complete clarity, and total belief that I would achieve it. Now, law of manifestation requires that you have that kind of vision, that you have that kind of belief, that you have that kind of insight and view into your future, that it will happen. One way or another, somehow, it will happen. You don't need to know how, you just need to believe it's possible and it will happen. Whether you want to find a soulmate, whether you want to become a millionaire, you want to start a business, whatever it is that you want, you've got to have that belief, that clarity, and faith that it will happen. And that's the key component to all of this. Now, you might be thinking, Croy, I don't know how do I have that kind of faith that something will happen? Well, faith comes in two different ways. One is when you're struck with it and you have it and you just believe it. It's given to you from the universe, from God. It's something that comes from beyond you. That happens sometimes, but when that doesn't happen, the other way is then to build your confidence, to build your faith in that it will happen. And this is where it has to happen most of the time. To build that confidence, to build that faith, that's a muscle. You don't go to the gym once, lift a bunch of weights, and now all of a sudden you're strong. You don't eat a salad once and you're healthy for life. No, this has to become part of you, part of your subconscious, part of your vibrational mind. It has to become part of who you are, your being, your essence. And that's when everything will start to align for you. That's when you'll achieve amazing things. And that's what the 7-Minute Manifestation Method is about. Building that muscle, becoming that person so that you are aligned with your goals and your dreams, with the things you want to manifest. And so that's all it takes a day is 7 minutes a day that you get clear on what you want, you visualize what you want, and then you believe that it's possible. When you combine those three simple things, you will reprogram your mind. You will align your conscious, your subconscious, and your vibrational mind with the universe to manifest, to attract, to create, to become the things that you want to become. So let's get into what that will look like. But let me preface it with this. Most people don't take this seriously. And this is why most people struggle with the same problems. finances, relationships, health, whatever it might be, because they don't take this part seriously, when in fact, this is the thing you should be investing most of your energy in, because when this is aligned, everything else happens so easily. You need to change the programming of your past, the programming in your mind that has accumulated from years and years and years of doing the same things and influences that are not in the direction that you actually want to be in. And you have to reprogram your mind away from that. And the only way to do that is to follow these 3 simple steps. So the 7-minute manifestation method is taking 7 minutes out of your day, whether you start it in the morning, you do it at night, you do it during lunchtime, you do it while you're driving, it doesn't matter. The idea is that you are constantly reinforcing this ideal, this vision that you want for your life, who you want to be and the things you want to have. The idea is that you are constantly reprogramming your mind to accept this. Because if you've been believing one thing, say about money all your life, money doesn't come easy, money doesn't grow on trees, money's dirty, filthy rich people. If you have these negative beliefs, which most of us do, then it will take a little bit of reprogramming to get your mind to finally accept these new ideas about abundance with money. The same thing with love. If you've had these same beliefs that all guys are jerks, all women are this or that, if you've had these beliefs all your life, then it's going to take more than 1 or 2 times for you to reprogram your mind to have faith that it's going to actually happen to you, that your soulmate's going to come, that you're going to start a new business that's going to make you a lot of money, or money's going to come your way in some other fashion. You've got to reprogram your mind, and it's these simple steps. First, you've got to get clear. Yeah, I know, blah, blah, blah. It sounds so simple and so easy, but this is super important. Get clear. Most people are not clear on what they want. So what do you want? What do you want exactly? What kind of person do you want to meet for your soulmate? How much money do you want in your bank account? Is it $1,000 a week? Is it $1,000 a day? Is it $1,000 a minute that you want to be earning? You have to be clear on what you want. And if it's a weight, what is your ultimate goal that you want to get to weight? I don't want to lose 10 pounds. I want to get down to 180 pounds. Whatever that final number is, you've got to be crystal clear. You got to know your outcome. And then you have to visualize it. You have to visualize yourself with that soulmate. You have to visualize yourself being that ultimate weight that you want, physically fit and healthy and vibrant. You've got to visualize what it's going to look like when you have the money in your bank account, what kind of things you're going to buy, and what kind of lifestyle you're going to live. You've got to know what that looks like. You got to see it. And you might not be a visual person, and that's okay, because you'll develop that over time too. But you've got to be clear. You've got to visualize what your life is going to be like when you achieve those things. And then you've got to have belief and faith. Now, all 3 of these things are something you can develop. These aren't natural. You weren't born with these. No, I got to rephrase that. You were born with these. You have these abilities, but they were programmed out of you, would be the more accurate way to say it. So now you got to reprogram this stuff back into your life. You got to reprogram your ability to get clear, because most of us can't get clear on their own. There's too much confusion. There's too many inputs. There's too much distraction today, especially with all the technology we have. So we got to get crystal clear. And then you got to visualize. Visualize is seeing it in your mind's eye, seeing it in your mind as if it has already happened, as if you've already achieved it. You've got to see it in your mind. Close your eyes, see that thing that you want. And this doesn't come easy if you're not 4 years old. So this may take a little bit of work to build up this muscle, especially if you're not naturally a visual person. Some of us are visual, some of us are auditorial, some of us are kinesthetic, but you can build this muscle up. It's very, very easy. And then you've got to build up the faith. And faith is something that you build when you can't see. It's something that's not there yet. It's something you don't have yet, but you build the faith first, and then it will start to appear in your life. So first, get clear. What do you want as your ultimate goal? I want to be 180 pounds. By what date? I want to be 180 pounds by Christmas 2020. I want to have $1 million in the bank 5 years from now. So what does that mean? I want to have $1 million in the bank by 2024. I want to meet my soulmate. Well, what does your soulmate look like? What are the characteristics of your soulmate? Happy, playful, loving, organized, drama-free. What are the characteristics of that person? What does that person look like? What is that person's age? Now, you may not get exactly the thing you want, but maybe you will. How much faith do you have? So every day for 7 minutes, you close your eyes, get quiet, turn off your phone. In fact, leave the phone in another room and sit for 7 minutes and get clear on what you want. You can write this down. You can see it in your mind. It doesn't much matter, just as long as you're clear, very, very, very crystal clear on what you want. And then in that 7 minutes, you visualize, see it in your mind. What does your life look like when you have these things? See it in your mind. See yourself in the future living that life with that thing, with that person, with that bank account. And then during that 7 minutes, you focus on your faith that it's possible, that you will achieve it. Say things like, I don't know how this is going to happen, but this will happen for me. I will accomplish this. Within 1-2 years max, this will be my lifestyle. I'll be driving that BMW. I'll be in that relationship. I'll be healthy and fit. I will do it no matter what. There's no option. I will achieve it. And now I got to kind of let you in on a secret here as we wrap up this audio. The 7-minute manifestation, 7 minutes of quiet, of being clear, visualizing and building the faith that this is going to happen. It doesn't just happen in the 7 minutes. Yes, you need that focused time. Absolutely. You should be doing that every day. But also this should start to infiltrate your life, every moment of your life. And you'll start seeing signs that you're on the right path, like repeating numbers, 1111, 777, other numbers that might be important to you. You could be seeing things like, for me, butterflies, specifically blue butterflies. And if you know my story, you know why blue butterflies are important in my life. There are other things that may be happening in your life that's a sign that you're going in the right direction. You may be looking for a new idea for a business that will make you the money that you want to make, and you'll be driving down the road. On the side of the truck that's driving right next to you, there'll be a word that pops into your mind, will be a brainstorm and $1 million product idea or something like that. So once you are aligned and you start doing this 7-minute manifestation every day, then you'll start seeing signs. And then here's the last part. And this is a little bit of an extra bonus for you. Here's the last part, is you've got to take inspired action. Now, inspired action isn't just taking action towards your goals and dreams. Inspired action is taking action that is in spirit, that is in alignment to the thing that you want, not just busyness. Busyness will keep you down a rabbit hole of being broke, being out of shape, and being in unhappy relationships. But inspired action, it is an alignment with where you want to go, so it's always rewarding. I used to believe that it used to take a lot of hard work to get to where you want. And it does take action, but it's not hard work. It doesn't have to be. It could be very easy work, very rewarding work, and very fulfilling work. It's not work. In fact, it's just doing the activities that move you towards your goal, because it's not work at all if you're enjoying it. If it's moving you to something closer, if it's giving you meaning in life, if it's giving you purpose in life, if it's in alignment with who you are and who you want to be, that is not work. That's living. That's living boldly. That's loving life. That is having something that only less than 3% of the people in the world have, is that they're living their authentic journey. So inspired action is taking the action that is in spirit, in alignment to the direction you want to go. So let me repeat as I close this up. You got to get clear, you got to visualize, and you've got to build the belief. You've got to have the belief and the unwavering faith that you will achieve it somehow, some way. You don't have to know how, you just got to know it's going to happen. And then you've got to take inspired action. You do those things, and your life in fairly short time, if not nearly instantaneously, will start taking on a different feel, a different energy, and a different direction, and you'll be moving closer to the direction of your dreams. This is Croy Sather, and thank you for being with me for a few minutes, learning about the 7-minute manifestation method. And I hope that you live your life boldly, that you create your dream big life, and that you send me a message to let me know how your life has changed because of this simple audio, because you've read my books, because you've been to one of my programs, or if you've seen me in a live event. So I'd love to hear from you. So go ahead and reach out and connect with me. Until then, dream big and live